Welcome to another episode of Houston Street Life. We got LIL B THA GRINDA here.
What's up with it, man?
Hey, B, why don't you tell the people where you're from?
Actually, I'm originally from South Park. I came up over there out South Lee, Crestmont. But at an early age, I migrated into the Herm Clark area, and that's what molded and shaped me to who I became.
What you working on now lately?
Actually, man, I got a phrase that I tell people a lot. I always say, please say the grinder. So there's a lot of things that I'm working on. I got my iron in a few fires, man. But right now, lately, I just put out a project called Flow Season 2, maybe about a couple of months ago. It's on all platforms, YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify, all of them. Anywhere you go, Google it. It's called Flow Season 2. This is the latest project I came out with because I actually removed all of my projects from social media. From the streaming platforms because I wanted to make sure I got my business right. So I was converting over from D3G Entertainment.
Right.
And now all of my stuff is up under the Lyfe Empire label. So, yeah.
Who all you got on now?
Right now I got an artist, Young Tanner. Young Tanner, he actually signed to Lyfe. Pretty much, with the artists that I had previously, I allowed them to do their own thing, but the doors has always been open for them. But right now, I got Young Tanner. He's actually signed in Free Trouble Red T Red. He once he get out, he's gonna have all access to be frontline on the label as well. But right now, I really wasn't focusing to signing a lot of artists. I really was just trying to get into more branding, working and kind of just pretty much networking and using the resources that I have to take maybe one or two artists and really just get them out there, because you can't focus on 15, 16 artists and they're not going to get what they really need. So, right now I'm just kind of narrowing it down to maybe one or two artists.
Okay. So when you making your music in the studio, what inspired you to do this?
Now, when I started rapping at a young age, well, I never thought I was going to be rapping. I used to be really good at listening to music and reciting what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
So back in the day, I don't want to give up too much, but back in the day, we had the little cassette player. When the radio come on, you got to hit record and play at the same time, and you got to be on point to get the whole song you want.
That double deck.
Yeah.
The double deck in there.
So, but I used to listen to Bone Thugs and Harmony a lot, man, when I was younger, man. I used to listen to them, and I used to think it was really cool to be able to repeat what they saying real fast. So I didn't realize back then I was actually training myself and conditioning myself to articulate words clear really fast. So they was pretty much like a major influence at a young age coming up. Before I actually got introduced to me being a rapper myself.
What made you know it was going to be a career in this rapping?
Well, a lot of people don't get this story, but man, I used to play basketball. I actually had a scholarship to go out to South Florida and play at a little JUCO. And back then, during my time, basketball wasn't like it is now. You know what I'm saying? My style of play was a little bit ahead of my time. I was cat quick, I could shoot it real good, but I wasn't very tall. You know what I'm saying? So nowadays, you ain't really got to be super tall to be in the league now, but back then, everybody was, 6'5" and up.
Yeah.
So my chances on going to the league was slim. So what happened was I'm listening to Screw Tapes. I'm listening to Fat Pat, Lil Kiki, Hog. I'm listening to all the local celebrities and stuff. So I'm listening and I'm talking about I'm jamming. You know what I'm saying? And what happened was when I got to college, I let basketball go, and I started. It was a guy down the hall in my dorms. He used to have a little karaoke machine, and they used to have the door open all day. I used to always think I could freestyle. They used to have the door open every day. And so they down there freestyling. People from they was all from College Station, Hearn, Texas.
Yeah.
Like all up in there, but they all in there freestyling. So I go in there, I start freestyling. I'm freestyling, so I'm getting my confidence up now. I'm thinking I'm Pat Hawk or somebody, and I'm in there freestyling. I'm straight from out of H-Time in Prairie View. So I got my confidence up. And finally, I was dealing with Trey. Y'all may know him as Trey the Truth now, but I was dealing with Trey at an early age, and I was always around while they was in the studio.
Right.
But I'm the one playing the video. I was the one that was I was the player. I'm always gonna have me. I'm off into the women. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be dressed nice. I'm gonna have me some little jewelry. I'm gonna go hoop. And when I'm in the studio with them, I'm playing video games. They the ones rapping. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So one day I came to, and I'm just giving it to you to how I got all the way into the rap side.
Right.
But one day I went to the studio after freestyling at school. I done got my confidence up. So I go to the studio with Trey one day, and he let me hear something. And back then, at first he used to do this stuff called Underground Funk, I'm not mistaken, with Grace. They started that, and Grace started that right after Screw died. Grace started doing his Underground Funk series, and Trey was kind of working with him. But so Trey started, doing his own thing, so he came up with the S.L.A.B name.
Right.
So I come over there, and he just had J-Ton rapping on there. So I'm listening to the song. I go in there, I'm playing video games. He said, B, listen to this. So he play a song. And J-Ton on the song. But at the time, J-Ton like a, you know what I'm saying? He damn near kid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm like, hold on. Man, you put J-Ton on the song? I know you could put me on the song. And then as soon as I said that, I said, man, you could have put me on that song. J-Ton on that jamming. That boy just gave me a pen and a paper. Just like that. I ain't never wrote a rap on my own in my life. I done freestyle. I got my confidence up.
Right.
But I ain't never actually wrote a rap. So that was how I got my first situation. He put the beat on, gave me a pen and a piece of paper, and I just started writing. And that first song was it was called it was off the Usher beat, You Remind Me.
Right.
And it was like, you remind me of a girl. But the song was I'm Reclining.
Yeah, I heard that on one of them S.L.A.B
I'm
CDs.
Reclining when
Yeah.
that was the first song I ever wrote.
No
That was
shit.
the first song. Yeah. So y'all got it first right here on Houston Street Life. Yeah.
Right. Well, do you have any meanings behind some of the songs that you just wrote?
Man, a lot of times when I'm listening to these songs, like my bro, Mr. Block Bleeder, he actually was telling me like, B, man, you good with the S.L.A.B talk and the S.L.A.B music and stuff like that. He was like, bro, people want to hear you get your feelings a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So I got a song, it's called Solo, on my last project that I got it out that's streaming on our platforms of Flow Season 2. It's called it's a song called Solo, and I just kind of really got into it and just kind of let people get more into my thoughts and my feelings about how I really feel about stuff. Situations like, people, turning their back on you, and, just, I kind of touched on a lot of stuff. Homies I done lost, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. They used to run with us and stuff that's not here, so I got to talk about missing them. And so it was one of them, and it seemed like I'm getting a lot of good feedback off of that. And then I got a couple of, like most of those songs have meanings to them, but I kind of let the beat tell me. I let the beat give me a feel of what the song is going to be about, and I kind of feed off the beat most of the time. So
therefore, you ain't writing it first. You go in the studio.
Nah, I don't
write it there.
Yeah, no, I don't. Me personally, this is my style. This is the way I came up rapping. I'm gonna come in the studio. I'm gonna listen to a series of beats.
Right.
Whatever beat that I gravitate based on how I'm feeling during that moment is the beat that I normally would pick. Once I'm listening to the beat, I let the beat tell me pretty much which direction I'm gonna go. Right. If it's a depending if it's got like a up tempo, or if it's got a lot of life to the beat, then I'm not gonna think about some down you know, slow, don't nobody want to hear. It's going to tell me to do something like, hey, I'm pulling out looking good, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Give them something like that. So I kind of let the beat kind of tell me. And that's kind of where I go. Now, what I do is I write down ideas when my mind is rolling.
Right.
I may think about hooks. You know what I mean? Like certain hooks. And I don't even need no beat for them. I just think about certain topics. Because then the beat.
And the beat riding in your head.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's kind of my style and how I approach beats and come up with songs.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So have you ever been on a major record label or you just straight independent?
No, I've really been independent. I did a little touring with Rap-A-Lot through the ABN situation with Trey and Roe when they was on their run, and I was a part of all of that. But after that, it's been straight out the trunk. You know, independent, spend your own dollars, you know, create your own lane.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So you still have good relationships with them?
Man, I don't have no issues with nobody. I'm still good with pretty much everybody. I don't have an issue with anybody. So, I can't tell you nobody had no bad relationship with me because my resume been solid.
Right.
If anybody check my resume, and I'm saying this in the camera, if you check my resume solid. I don't really have too much, you know, fugazi stuff going on in the street with my name attached to it or anything like that. So, you know, I'm good.
So what about the song you got? You saying you're going to be the one-man army. What's that?
I got a song, actually, I say that a lot in my songs.
Right.
I say I'm a one-man army. And that just simply means that it's almost equivalent to when I say, please say the grinder. A lot of people don't really know what I mean when I'm always saying, hey, every time people see me, they know that's my slogan. Right. Hey, please say the grinder. The reason for being that is because being in this game, you run into a lot of snakes. You run into a lot of procrastinators. You run into a lot of people that you run and rub shoulders with, and they give you the Hollywood talk. You know what I'm saying? Right. I say, man, just hit my line. We need to hook up. We need to link up. You go through that. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes if you walk around with your heart on your sleeve or you really just gullible enough to believe everything everybody's saying coming to you, well, you're going to be lost in the sauce. You know what I'm saying? So what I do is when I say I'm a one-man army, that just means that, look, man, we ain't got to do nothing together.
Right.
I'm going to make it happen regardless. You feel me? If I got to go in the studio and engineer my stuff, because I do that too, you know, on the level that I need to. If I need to record my stuff, I'm going to record it. If I need to video my stuff, I done shot a video. I got a video with me, Craig G, and A3. We shot it in front of the Screw Shop. It's called June 27 Reloaded. It's on YouTube. So if y'all go to YouTube and check June 27 Reloaded, it's me, Craig G, and A3.
Right.
A3 who was with Rec Shop. We all in front of the Screw Shop, and then I did a scene in front of King's Mart before they tore down the old King's Mart. Right. So it's real authentic footage on there. But if you look at that video, I recorded that, edited, and did everything by myself. So I ain't do nothing but take the tripod, start the camera, walk around, and we start playing the music. So what I'm saying is, if I need to do anything or get it done, yes, I'm willing to work with a team. I want to work with a team, but I understand in this business, everybody don't. What I was trained, I don't care how you look at it. I came up under Trey N0.
Right.
Trey is a workhorse, hitting the streets, networking, dealing with the people, going out here in the public, and Zero is a workhorse in the studio. You know what I'm saying? They workers. That's what I came up under. So when I say please say the grinder, when now that I'm rubbing shoulders with other people out here in the street in the game, man, them people don't got the work ethic like that. So if you trying to work with somebody, they not ready to stay up all night, work every day. They not ready to do that. They dragging. So when I'm like, hey man, let's do something together, and you dragging, man, I can't keep waiting on you. Let me get this done. So even the engineers, you know what I'm saying? You got engineers, you got to wait on them. They got Lyfe be lifing. They can't come to the studio and get your stuff done when you want it. So you run into all them kind of situations. And if you really want to keep mashing, you really got to know how to do, you got to condition yourself to know how to do almost everything without having, so you can, because I like to move on my own time.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
Yeah.
And that's like, you really don't need no record label because you moving the way you like to move.
Exactly. So
And you grinding like you want to grind.
right.
Please say the grind.
Yeah,
You
and,
know what I'm saying? When you
that's
say
where
Lil
it
B
come
name,
from.
when you say Lil B name, please say the grinder.
And a lot of people, when they see me outside, they'll hit me like, "What's up, B? Please say the grinder." You know, because it's just showing a level of respect. Like, I hear you, I see you, I see what you've been saying. I mean, I see how you're moving and stuff like that. So, you know, it's slow, but it's for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like I say, it's. I ain't sprinting. I ain't not running everybody, but I'm steady going. Like, I can see the progressions over time. So I just keep going, man.
Well, what artists you listen to right now that's out here?
And be honest with you, to be honest with you, bro, I got my few. I'm kind of like an old head when it comes to music. I still listen to the Fat Pats, the Hawks, and the Keys, the 3 in the morning Keys and stuff like that. So I listen to a lot of old stuff, but like right now, today, what's going on, because I'm still stuck. I ain't just stuck because I'm open to everything. But right now, who I'm listening to is Quiet Money Dot, Craig G, and of course, I ain't gonna forget, I listen to myself a lot too. You know what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted. I keep me in the dick. Yeah, a lot of people don't want to talk about them, but yeah, I jam me because I like to critique myself. I like to make sure when I'm listening to myself, I put myself in the other people's position. I'm a listener. I'm not Lil B the Grinder. I'm a listener. I need to put myself in a position to hear what they saying and how they receive me. So when I go back in the lab and work on my craft, I know how to critique it. So I listen to my music a lot from that aspect as well.
So you plan on doing some music with any one of the artists in Houston?
Right now, I'm open. Like I say, I'm open again. But it's a lot of Hollywood talk. You know what I'm saying? People will say you can do this and do that. But probably I don't experience that now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because I think as long as I've been doing it and in my resume and my history and my body of work from back then to now, people wouldn't mind working with me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't deal with that. When people say, man, we need to do something together, I know it's genuine. You know what I'm saying? It's just a matter of us being able to actually find the time to actually do it. But I don't think it's just Hollywood talk. Nah, I don't go through that a lot.
So do you miss the CDs? The CD time or what?
Man, yes. Man, let me tell you why. Because we from the South, man. We was out the trunk with it. We was getting, man, we get these CDs pressed up for probably like $2, $1.98 or something. You know, double disc or single disc, like $1 a disc. Man, we going out here and we selling these CDs for $10. $5 if it's a single disc. You know what I'm saying? That's a $4 profit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so you don't have to sell. You can go out here. We go put a box of 200 CDs in the trunk. And we can go to Lake Charles, Lafayette, Opelousas, Alexandria. We go all up in there and come on back. And we got a bankroll when we come back. You feel me? Yeah. Now, you put your stuff on the streaming platforms, man. For you to get $10, boy, they got to listen to your shit damn near 200,000 times.
Yeah.
You know, I might be exaggerating, but I'm not exaggerating. But anybody that know how the streaming game go knows, man, people got to play your stuff 1,000,000 times for you to see a nice amount of money versus them buying that CD. You on one sale, they probably gonna play that, put that
going
CD
in your pocket.
Come on, man. Yeah, I don't care how many times you play it once I got my dollar, once I got the bread. But yeah, I do miss that out the trunk. CDs to answer your question.
Yeah, I remember you was out there in Austin getting rid of some CDs.
Yeah, we
had the whole crew.
Yeah. Austin was our second home, man. Right. Austin, we did a lot in Austin, man. Shout out to ATX, because, man, that's where I got my first, I could say that's where my first fan base came out of, Austin. We used to go out there and do shows on Sundays. You know what I'm saying? And matter of fact, that's where we was at. I just seen a clip that came across the internet with Big Hawk for his birthday.
Right.
And it was me, Trey, and Hawk. And I never forget it because this was his last performance in Austin. And we was there. And I never forget, we was riding to Killeen. Me, Hawk, and Trey. And we was just, I'm talking about, we just riding, and Hawk was just giving game and stuff. And I'd have never thought that would have been the last, you know what I'm saying, last show and the last situation. and I'm sitting in the car riding with him. So I mean, at a young age, I was able to come in contact with a lot. But a lot of people don't know my story because I don't really get in front of the cameras and talk about it a lot.
Yeah.
So y'all getting a lot of this right here on Houston Street Life.
Yeah. What's a normal day for you?
Be honest with you right now, man, look, I don't even really give up this game, but when I say please say the grinder, a normal day for me is I still get up and punch in the clock. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So what I do is, and I'm a full-time father, so I got to get up, get my little girl situated. I'm going to go punch in the clock, but by the grace of God, these people I work for have been supporting me being in my entrepreneurship journey for years. So when I go to work, I'm not a slave to the job. That's why people don't even really know I work. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm at work, about 80% of the time I'm at work, I'm working on my business, probably writing raps, brainstorming on how I can do what I need to do for me on their time. You know what I'm saying? So a normal day for me is getting up, making sure my little girl good now. Now that I have her full time, and she's going to punch in that clock and figuring out how I'm going to make what I got going on make sense.
Yeah. Well, I'm finna mess your head up because I want to know your top 5 of Houston. You ain't got to put them in order, but
Top
give me
5 in
5
Houston?
in Houston.
Ooh, Lord.
See what I'm saying? That I just heard you say you listed this person.
My number 1, I'm going to say this. K Reno. You know, I like K Reno, man. He's a lyricist. You know what I'm saying? He gonna make you really think. I got to get K Reno, and I'm gonna say my top 5 because I'm a fan of these people in Houston. Lil Kiki, Fat Pat, Scarface, and Zero.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna hit you again. What about the new wave?
I like Fast Lane. I've been listening to this trying to think of his name. I listen to Fast Lane. I like what's his name? Lil Jeremy. I don't even know. Sauce Walker. What's the Cartel Bo? I've been listening to him a little bit.
Yeah.
And trying to think, it's somebody else that I've been listening to that from Houston. That's I don't know, man. It's somebody else. And what's his name? Lil Jeremy.
Yeah.
I listen to them a little bit. I kind of tap in. I'm lying. It's another guy, TSK, Keezy, Team State Keezy. I listen to him. Shout out to Keezy, man. Yeah.
So where you see yourself in the next 5 years in this business?
In this business, in the next 5 years, man, I really plan to just allow my content to the body of work that I've done over the years, eventually, catch on. But I'm really trying to migrate more behind the scenes. When it comes to the music side, I want to put artists up in the forefront, get behind them and use my knowledge and my history and my experience to kind of coach them and guide them into, a run that they can possibly see how far they can get on their run. I see that in the next 5 to 10 years. I see my podcast going. I see me migrating to selling, merch and just kind of getting out the way of the front of the cameras when it comes to the music scene.
So you say you got a podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the name of your podcast and what What y'all do?
The name of the podcast is called Real Spit Combos. Right now we are in the phase of creating content. We're going to go public with it 2026. We're looking to go public maybe 2026 February. Right now we got probably about 15 episodes that's already in the bag.
Right.
My goal is to once we start releasing them and go public, I want to make sure we're consistent. So I'm 15, 20 episodes ahead. So when we go live, like say we may go live this week, people that's experiencing and participating in the podcast and chiming in on the podcast will see it and hear it live. But that episode may not be released until 5, 6, 7 weeks down the line.
Right.
But right now, the name of the podcast is called Real Spit Combos. The co-host on the podcast is Christine For Real. She's in our podcast. We talk about real life situations. We talk about a lot of like relationship, marriages, family issues, just real life situations, real spit combos, and we give different perspective, different views, and things in that sort. And yeah, that's just pretty much what it is, man. We just keeping it all the way real. On some real spit combos, we're gonna give it to you real, raw, and we ain't gonna filter it and give these politically correct answers and stories that people want to hear. We're gonna give it to you real.
Right. What would you tell the artists just coming up, how to stay in the game?
What I would tell you is, man, listen, for every 9 no's is gonna be 1 yes. You know what I'm saying? And just believe in yourself, stay consistent, and don't let nobody take you off your game, man. Like I say, consistency is the key. Consistently work on your craft. Just stay consistent, man. I promise you there's going to be light at the end of the tunnel if you stay consistent, man. Everybody is not going to see what you see. Everybody is not going to support you. Everybody is not going to understand your journey. But because of that is not the reason for you to quit, man. You just got to persevere and keep pushing, man. That's what I can give you to young artists.
So, could you tell everybody where to find your music and, find your YouTube and,
Okay.
That's all the stuff you did, your grind.
Y'all can follow me on YouTube. My YouTube channel is The Grinda TV. It's youtube.com/THAGRINDA TV. So if you search my YouTube channel, you'll find some of my video work on the YouTube channel. My social media platform, you can find me on Instagram, TikTok, any of that stuff. It's LILB _THAGRINDA. That's Lil B _ the Grinder. LILB _THAGRINDA. And on my Facebook, if y'all do any Facebook work, is Bobby the Grinder Robinson. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all my social media platforms. And if you want to follow any of my projects, just Google, search Lil B the Grinder or The Grinder, and then you'll find me on all of the streaming platforms. Any of my projects that's out publicly right now.
Okay, that's it for The Grinder. And I'd like to thank you for coming through, man.
Man, appreciate you for having me.
It's all love.
Already.